The soils across Idaho are just massively different. Within 5 square miles, you can have fields that blow sand across, and then you can have silt loam, and then you have eastern Idaho where just the volcanic soils are that much richer. Having a good product and a good tool to understand how your soils work, it's huge for agriculture in Idaho.
So people help solve the problems. Technology and innovation are outputs of really good people coming up with solutions.
If innovation stops, we all stop.
Our people come in every day ready to make that difference.
Over the next 10 years, the world is predicted to be at 10 billion people. We are going to have to feed those people on less acres and less resources.
I often say the impossible just takes longer. We make time to innovate those impossible tasks.
We don't believe there's anyone in the industry that's got a better portfolio than we do.
Innovation. It's what we do. It's everything that we do here.
My name's Jason Montgomery. I'm from here in Eden, Idaho, and I'm a 4th generation farmer. My great-grandpa bought the original place, I believe it was over 100 years ago.
Name's Justin Gordon, and I'm a farmer just because it's what we've always done, I guess. And started when I was a kid, helping Dad, and been there, never left. Great-grandfather got here in 1914, I believe, and I would be 4th generation doing the same thing. Mainly sugar beets, malt barley for Coors, seed beans, and hay.
The fun part about raising these crops, it's easy to see exactly where our product goes. The sugar beets that we raise end up in grocery stores. Our garden bean seed, I believe that most of it goes over to Florida and they raise green beans with it. Malt barley for Coors, self-explanatory. You probably have it every Saturday. And our alfalfa goes straight to dairy cattle. Idaho probably has a unique system. A lot of our crops are contracted. Gives us a better idea of where we can end up at the end of the year if we have a good yield. Gives us a little bit more stability in the market. I think the hard part is just because input costs are higher. Your end result right now the prices are lower, and so just making sure that when you buy a product that product is going to work.
We're just a little small family farm, and well, there's getting to be less of us that are the little guy.
I've worked out of this ranch for 39 years. Fields have gotten bigger, equipment's gotten bigger.
Within Agri-Intelligence, we're seeing new generations coming on board, younger growers, younger farmers that are taking over the family farm. They're larger acreages, larger areas where they have to manage this, and they don't know it intimately like they had in the past with the other generations. And so they're relying on a lot of the information that we can offer through soil sampling, tissue sampling, or just the agronomic knowledge that we have of the area.
The Magic Valley is a semi-arid region that is shaped like a big hourglass. The Hazelton area is right in the neck of that hourglass, separated by a canyon. So we have a lot of variance in the soils. We tend to have wild swings and excess limes, as much as 2% to 14% in the same field. So quite a challenge agronomy-wise.
Helena's been around for a long time in this area. My dad worked with a salesman from Helena before, and we've continued with that. We've had a lot of loyalty with them, and likewise they've had loyalty with us. So.
The HPG products that we have here that we use the most, they have been tested here locally. We have an R&D group here in southern Idaho that we test a lot of these products here year in and year out. And then, with that, we are testing them nationally as well, and they're, used across millions of acres. So we do have a lot of confidence in these products that we're using. The natural challenges of probably being a smaller family operation is
trying to figure out which tools are the best ones to incorporate into the farm.
To recommend products or fertility programs, how hard we should push something, especially on the barley. You reach a point where too much fertilizer and it all falls down, and it's not very fun to try and harvest.
Each field, each grower has different needs. Each crop has different needs. Whether we're talking potatoes, grass seed, wheat, these are all crops that have special needs. We can't have a cookie cutter approach. We can't just kind of understand what we're doing, what we've done for years and continue to do that. We have to understand what is going on now and make those decisions rapidly. As more acres are coming, that time to make those decisions is being expedited. And agri-intelligence allows us to take the knowledge that we have in these certain regions and certain areas to those crops and tailor that to the solutions we need.
The innovation team is crucial because it takes every layer. We need our chemists, we need our fertilizer managers. All of this is science, it's not magic, right? The team works very closely from the beginning of a product idea to the introduction at the field level to the customer.
The process of product development usually starts with the product concept. And the product concept can come from the customer grower level. It can come from the business unit. It can come even from brand management. It's the idea of bringing a product to commercialization. And that takes a lot of innovation. It takes a lot of dedication.
As a fertilizer manager, I oversee all the production, manufacturing for Helena HPG products going out throughout our various locations, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming. Communication with the different branches, forecasting, it's all key to make sure that we have product when the locations need the product. During the course of a day, during the season, we're gonna ship out anywhere from 30 to 50,000 gallons out of this load pad right here. The fertilizer department, they're a pretty dedicated crew. A lot of times I'm asking them to be in here at 4 in the morning, fire boilers 3-4 hours before everyone else, and I expect them to stay 2-3 hours past everyone else. I've been in that role, I've done it myself for quite a few years, so I know the heartaches that they're going through. But at the end of the day, there's pride in what we do. We feed the world. I don't want to see any grower call up his local Helena and say, can I get 1,000 gallons of OFOS, and it not being available. We will do whatever we have to do to get that product to that grower. We work long hours during our peak season to make sure that our tanks are never empty.
Helena differentiates themselves from the competitions through high quality products and through offering full service. Not just to sell products, but to find products that give the grower a great return on their money and produce high quality crops for them to sell. Basically, to be a trusted advisor to growers in the valley.
I have a really good relationship with my Helena salesman. He's been really helpful. It's not standard practice in Idaho, but he's helped me figure out how to innovate conservation agricultural practices, integrating cover crops, minimal till or no-till practices. He talks to me if not daily, weekly. Sometimes I have to tell him to go away. Not actually, but no, he's checks on my crops, and sometimes he's helps me do things that don't even necessarily benefit him and make sure I'm running my operation well.
A long-term relationship is very key. Growers want us to take the fertilizer, the samples, the applications off of their plate. They have enough other things to worry about.
Our sugar beets, so we incorporated strip till, and that was a big step forward. First year we did it, I was totally expecting a yield loss. We didn't take a yield loss, which was, I was pretty impressed with. Not only like we didn't take a yield loss, we also were able to use fewer inputs because of the practices we added. It improved our overall bottom line because of it.
Agri-Intelligence helps us determine what products need to go where within the field. Instead of the old school blanket application of the same NP and K combination in a field, Agri-Intelligence helps us to modify that mix so we are only putting on what that grower needs where it needs to be put.
We've moved more towards like liquid fertilizers, our starter. I know Zypro has been part of the bean starter that we use. I remember using it and seeing a significantly healthier plant because of the Zypro.
So beans, in general, any legume crop, they need phosphorus and potassium. So the Nucleus starters make a lot of sense to drive them and get them out of the ground. Because they're legumes, they can fix their own nitrogen. So we have to be really careful not to over-apply nitrogen.
Nucleus ortho is a starter fertilizer that's 100% orthophosphate. Starter fertilizer is a fertilizer that they're placing next to the seed. So early on in the season, as those roots kind of grow into it, it can take it up for stronger emergence and better yield.
Nucleus formulation technology, that is what's built into our Nucleus orthophos and our Nutrilink fertilizers to protect that phosphorus molecule, prevent it from tying up with other micronutrients that may be in that soil. That could be zinc, it could be iron. Calcium's a huge one, especially when we're in Idaho in this growing region. Calcium, phosphorus interact and form insoluble bonds, and so you lose your phosphorus that you've invested in, and you lose the calcium also.
The biggest success that we've seen with Nucleus is that you're really getting more with less, right? We can see a lower use rate with Nucleus orthophos. Typically, we're going around 3 gallons per acre. Yeah, I think going with the Nucleus ophos between cuttings would be a great call.
Yeah, it looks great. It's you can start to see that the tap out's starting to work. We're starting to get some streaking and some discoloration, so yeah, it's in good shape. It's a nice plant.
Hydrohume is a great companion for products like Nucleus orthophos. They go very well together in the tanks.
I would imagine, most of these growers around here do soil testing pretty consistently, especially when we rotate crops. Some of the bean growers would probably do maybe 1 tissue sample to help them decide on that. Should it be Orbix? Should it be the Element
to identify for
Should
that
it
extractor
be Versa?
system.
Yeah, what do they need? And then hopefully they're thinking about that right around flowering a little bit after, because the flowering is when you're setting all of this,
Right.
So we want to be ahead of the pod set. So Orbix is a foliar nutritional that we've built with vitamins, antioxidants, the micronutrients to drive that uptake and support our plant's nutrition from a foliar aspect. We call it a bioscience product, and that's a separate category from biologicals. So within Orbix, we have plant extracts built into that. So it could be a blend of kelp, maybe Kelia from the desert growing plant. All of these plants have survived growing in very harsh environments. So we see our plants able to handle stress better.
Orbix is really a very flexible product to use. Tank mixes really well with a lot of other crop protection products that you might be using.
And with Idaho, because it's so cold in the winter, and then the seasons are short, we don't have huge insect pressure.
Right.
So guys will try to combine one solid foliar spray that will help with the ligas, manage whatever mites might be out here, give it some foliar nutrition to push it to the end, and fill all these pods.
Right.
We want every pod to be full.
Well, Helena provides me great service for being a small farmer. Sugar beets, I consistently have pretty high sugar compared to most of the people in the area.
It's been a fun learning experience to see what has worked well and what hasn't worked well, where our return is, and what products to use.
I love what I do. I love the growers. We do business with a lot of very unique clients with a lot of integrity, and they make my job after 39 years still a challenge at times, but very rewarding.
We're the people behind the scenes that help get the information to provide solutions, but we also are conscientious of budgets. We want to make sure that we help our growers make money so we can stay in business with them for a long time.
Innovation means that we have to have products out there that will increase yield, that will also be at a good price point for the grower, because it's a volatile world out there. And we need to do everything we can to help our producers.
Innovation, to me, is we have to adapt to change. The industry changes, we have to change with it. That's how you survive. That's how you become the strongest.
I think innovation just means just trying to take one step forward at a time, and just seeing how you can improve things. It's a legacy that my grandpa wanted it passed down. My dad wants to continue that. And yeah, just figuring out the best way to make it so that my kids can come back to the farm.